Hi, boys and girls. Happy Monday. I wanted to continue with our read aloud about sea turtles, and we are continuing to talk about text structure. This week, we're focusing on compare and contrast. So, they are going to be looking at what two or more things have in common and what two and more things have that are different. So, let's go back to that section where they were talking about the different species because that was structured in a compare and contrast format where they're talking about the 7 different species or 8 different species of turtles. So let's take a look here. The flatback turtle was named for its very flat shell. It lives along the coast of northern Australia, and it is a common sight in coastal coral reefs and grassy shallows, especially around the Great Barrier Reef. Adults may weigh as much as 198 pounds and grow to 39 inches long. Female flatbacks lay about 50 eggs at a time, but they are bigger than many other kinds of sea turtle eggs, and so are their hatchlings. So again, here the word bigger, they're comparing this type of egg to the other sea turtles' types of eggs. The leatherback sea turtle is named for its soft, rubbery shell that looks like leather. The champion of sea turtles, it dives the deepest, travels the farthest, and grows the biggest. Again, those are 3 comparing adjectives. We have farthest, deepest, and biggest. They're comparing the leatherback sea turtle with the rest of the sea turtles. The largest leatherback was almost 10 feet long from its beak to its tail and weighed over 2,000 pounds. Its primary food is jellyfish. Jellyfish are 90% water, which doesn't seem a hearty enough meal to support an animal this size, but leatherbacks seem to eat enough to get by. Young leatherbacks in captivity often devour twice their weight in jellyfish each day. In their quest for jellyfish, leatherbacks sometimes mistakenly swallow floating garbage such as plastic milk jugs, styrofoam, plastic bags, and balloons. This plastic debris can choke them or block food from passing through their digestive systems, causing them to slowly starve to death. Okay, so they have a little bit of a problem put in there, and they use that one word that we learned earlier this year, debris. Garbage, junk, debris. Some sea turtles are named for the color of their shells, like the black turtle that has a black shell. Some scientists think that the black turtle should be lumped in the same group as the green turtle. It ranges across the eastern Pacific Ocean and grows to 100 to 150 pounds. It is found in the tropical regions of the Pacific and Indian Oceans and in the southern and eastern parts of the Atlantic Ocean. The olive ridley is a small olive green turtle that feeds in shallow water on crabs, young spiny lobsters, and snails. It lives in tropical waters in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. Olive ridleys are thought to be the most abundant sea turtles. So again, comparing the olive ridleys as the most abundant from the other species that we learned about. The shell of the green turtle is not green, but the fat just under it, its carapace, is. That's because as an adult, it is a vegetarian that feeds mostly on seagrass and seaweeds. Turtle soup made from this fatty layer became a favorite of wealthy Londoners in the 1800s. Lewis Carroll even wrote of it in Alice in Wonderland. Beautiful soup, so rich and green, waiting in a hot tureen. Who for such dainties would not stoop? Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. One turtle was named for its discoverer. The Kemp Ridleys was named in 1880 for Richard Kemp, a fisherman who shipped turtles to Harvard University from Key West in Florida. It is the most endangered. Again, comparing the most endangered. Smallest of all the sea turtles. Adults grow slightly over 2 feet long and weigh up to 100 pounds. Adult Kemp Ridleys travel through the Gulf of Mexico, yet they are rarely found in nearby Caribbean waters. A few drift northward along the Atlantic coast and even across over to Europe. The females crawl up onto the shore together and lay their eggs in huge mass nestings called arribadas, Spanish for the arrival. Bands of mothers swarm up to the beach at regular intervals from April to June each year. Unlike most other sea turtles, their invasion takes place during the daytime. So this is a contrast, right? We know that most turtles lay their eggs at night, in the middle of the night, and these turtles now lay their eggs in the daytime. So that's not alike. And the clue word was unlike. Unlike. That was lucky for engineer Andres Herrera, the first person to ever film the nesting site of the Kemp Ridleys over half a century ago. He flew along the Gulf Coast of Mexico for 25 days in a row until finally he discovered more than 40,000 sea turtles massed on a small strip of beach in Rancho Nuevo, Mexico. Although their numbers are on the rise, at one time as few as 400 Kemp Ridleys nested there. So today we are focusing on comparing and contrasting. We do not have a graphic organizer today. Instead, what I want you to do is I want you to choose one of the books I have assigned to you on RazKids. You are going to read that, complete the quiz, and answer the open-ended question, remembering race. Restate, answer, cite, explain. So let me show you where you're going to find that on your RazKids site. Once you log in to RazKids, you are going to see another one of these little spaceships, and it's going to say My Assignment. You go there. I have assigned everyone 2 books. You're going to choose one for Monday and one for Tuesday. Let me know if you have any questions. Enjoy your reading.